Okay, Trade Journal, traders, April 6th, the first trading week of the month is in the books, and I'm flat. So April, I'm going to revisit my goals, is win 50% plus of trades, be profitable, 3R plus a week, and pass funding challenge. So where we are now, I have 5 wins, 2 losses, which is, what is that? 5 going into 7. I don't know, it's like 70% or something like that, right? 7 goes into 100. About 15. It's about, I'm about like 72% win rate. I have about a 1.2 risk reward, which is good, and I'm up on the month plus 4R. I'm up 4,000. I've passed a free trial. I started an FTT or True Forex Funds trial, which is at it started at 200,000. It's at about 209,000, with a profit target of 216,000. So that's pretty good. I have 30 days, and I started a FTMO challenge today, and that has about $197,200. So I took a loss, and I need to get to $220,000. So the loss, yeah, I had some losses today, or one loss today, and that's what I sort of want to go ahead and analyze a little bit. So I really want to get to the place where I can say, like, that was a good trade, I would do it again, and I trust my system. And I do trust my system, and I do trust myself. Very important. I trust my system, I trust myself, and I traded okay. I followed some signals, but I could have traded better, and that's what I want to focus on, is improvement. So before I sort of draw out the charts, what I could do better is, I would say, ignore weak signals. It wasn't that strong a signal, and I was actually on the wrong side of the market. Like, I was on the wrong side. I longed and the market went down. And that's going to happen sometimes, and it's okay that it happens sometimes, but I feel like my signals weren't that great. I also entered early. I didn't have enough confirmation. I entered early, and I widened my stop, which is fine, actually. I don't really mind, because from the way I was looking at the trade, I thought it might improve my win rate. And since I started with reasonable risk, it didn't hurt me too much. So my risk went from $1,000 to $1,200 risk in my live account, and in my challenge account went from about 2K to about 2.7K risk. I thought it was 2.4, but I guess there's slippage and fees. So, but I can lose up to $20,000. So losing 2,700 is not my ideal start, but not the end of the world. So what I want is to get better at saying no trade today. Also, I notice when I'm in a winner, it's easy for me to just go about my day. When I'm in a loser, I get to price watching. And price watching, it's not really fun. It's stressful. There's a chance of doing the wrong thing, but like, I'm pretty good at being restrained now and doing nothing. If I'm going to do nothing, what's the point in watching price? Like, I should just take the loss. So, more patient. I don't think it ended up mattering, but if I still acted on the signal, then I could have I could have got a better entry on my trade if I had waited, but it still would have been a loss. Yeah, I mean, part of it is just it wasn't a great signal, but I just want to get better at looking at the chart and being like, well, I don't think I'm going to trade this. I think like it's just not high probability enough. I'm going to go do something else today. And I like, though, that I've structured my life where I have something to do at 2 p.m. and I have something to do in the evening. I need more things to do in the morning, though. So I have surf season, but surf season is only 3 months of the year. I need more morning activities. So my day looks like morning, 8 a.m., walk dog, swim ocean, I go to the beach. It's a great routine. I journal. I do a little strength training. I hydrate, etc. Usually around 9, I start with my trading routine, where what do I do in my trading routine? I start with affirmations, move to habits, review data, goals, system, etc. High time frame charts, wait for close, enter orders, market or limit, market it. So one thing, I'm going to come back to this. No, let's address it right now. Market orders, I like market orders where I'm just trying to increase my win rate. And there's a number of trades that if I had not market ordered, I would not have been a part of the ride. And I really want to trust myself that I can observe price action. And I have this window for a couple hours going into the daily close of what I think is going to be a good entry and allowing myself to market order. I'm happy with that. It does mean price watching, and I do need to be patient. And, you know, I longed near the high of the day. It wasn't the high of the day. We went higher, but it wasn't a great entry. Although it didn't matter what I did, it was going to be a loss, most likely, because price just broke down. So, yeah, we get back to this, but it just wasn't. Yeah, it was not good trades. But okay, 9, and then maybe around 12:30, lunch. 2, wrap up. 2:30, go to the farm. 4:30, drive home, and then chill for a bit. 5:30 to 8, basketball. 8 to 9, dinner, chill, go to sleep, whatever. So I have a pretty nice routine. This is Monday through Thursday. Monday I don't have basketball in the evening. Wednesday I have magic instead of basketball. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are a bit different. I do other things in the morning and have a short trading, and also there's not as much trading that's going to happen. But I need something to do in the morning to just entertain myself if there's not a high probability setup. Otherwise, like, I'm just going to want to gamble for entertainment. And it's not a matter of not trusting myself, of just like, I kind of want to live my life too. So I'm just sort of brainstorm ideas right now. As a bike ride, it's got to be real simulating. Like, surf is great. Maybe I'll go snorkeling. Yeah, here's what I'll do. Snorkeling. Take the dog paddleboarding. Yeah. Let's take the dog paddleboarding. Let's go snorkeling. These are some things that I could do. It's got to be outside the house. Like, it can't be in the house during. And it's not meant to take it all. It's like it's meant to be. I review the charts. It doesn't look like there's anything going on. Let me go do something else. I could also go to. There's some hiking nature trails nearby. The comp. What else could I do? It's like there aren't really hangouts or dates I can have during the week most of the time in the mornings. People work. I could go. There's not a reason to go to the farm in the morning. I'm gonna go to the farm later. Well, one is some mornings I am going to do farm work in the morning, and that would be tours. The idea is like trading is very stimulating, but some days I shouldn't trade. Today I think was one of those days. Just because I was like my long didn't work doesn't mean I should have been short. I think that being flat was probably superior. Here's what I should have been. Like I'm not saying I should have been short. So let's go and look at the charts and see where I went wrong here. But yeah, I need to. I like the idea of going snorkeling, taking the dog paddleboarding. These are things I haven't been doing. If there's not surf, those are some good ideas of what I might like to do. So let's let's do that. Okay, so let's look at the charts where I went wrong here today. So we have this range. I'm not going to drop perfect here because it doesn't matter. Okay, well, let's drop more accurate. Where we sweep the highs a couple times, we sweep the lows, we sweep the highs, we sweep the lows. ETH breaks out, consolidates, pulls up again, comes down, sweeps this low right here. So here's a possible signal where, and this is ETH, we have the previous days where we have a big green day, then we have another green day, then we have a big red candle, but hard to draw this. It's not quite a bullish engulfing, and we have a wick that went under. So first off, in terms of confirmation, we had a candle body is bigger than wick, and it did not reverse green. So those are two, like it needs to either have, the wick needs to be bigger than the candle body, or it needs to turn green. And if I went too early, if I had waited towards the close, it wouldn't have really looked like a very good long. Instead, I just entered early and sat there and stared at it all day. Not all day, but for too long. And yeah, it wasn't good. Now, Bitcoin, BTC, Bitcoin didn't break out of its range. Sweep the highs, sweep the highs, sweep the lows, sweep the highs, sweep the lows, sweep the highs one more time, and now we're kind of chopping in here. So the previous day, Bitcoin had it was a green candle, but it had a big wick, and that wick took out the prior day's high. I don't remember if the color of the previous candle. I think it was maybe red. And then there was also like a candle over here. So that gave a pretty nice short signal from the previous day, but the day's candle closed like something like this. Oh yeah, here we go. So we swept the previous day's low, but we were right under another level. So like in terms of confirmation, there's no liquidity all clear. So there's two problems. There's a couple problems. One, ETH's, technically we swept the lows on both of them, but we just swept yesterday's low, and it wasn't very convincing on ETH. And on Bitcoin, even though we swept yesterday's low, there's another low from a couple days ago that was just under. And we still have a short on the weekly. Now, there's a couple other problems. I just shouldn't have taken this trade. And yeah, I should have just fucking gone paddleboarding or gone snorkeling. Like, it was I thought, like, I should probably not trade today. I covered this. It doesn't really look very good. Maybe I could practice some other stuff, whatever it is, but yeah. Now, what else is wrong? So DXY on the monthly, it's hard to say exactly what it looked like, but we had a big red month. And then the current month is actually, the way it is right now is sweeping that low. And then it looks like this on the weekly too. So there's a possible DXY long reversal, which is a reason to short Bitcoin and ETH. It doesn't mean I don't think necessarily like I should have put on a short, although maybe I should have. But this is, I'm watching this for, yeah, I believe the candle closed like this actually, where, no, tomorrow's the close, where if we close like that, then I'm thinking this month could be a bullish reversal and a possible pullback in Bitcoin and ETH. It's possible, it's just one confluence, but when there's too much conflicting, like, just don't take a trade, right? I should only trade when it's very high probability. Now, the other problem was ETH BTC, which looks like the last 2 days, it's like a huge green candle, and then I think there might have even been a third green candle, and then a big red day. Like, why am I long here? Not good, right? So Bitcoin, short on the weekly. Okay, that doesn't matter that much. ETH dominance. Looks like it's going to come down, possibly. Yes, both ETH and Bitcoin swept yesterday's low. Yes. So it's not so bad a trade. However, it wasn't great. The sweep on Bitcoin was missing the sweep of this low. The sweep on ETH was missing either a green candle reversal or a big wick, something convincing. And then, if I'm going to long anything, the play would have been long Bitcoin and not long ETH, because Bitcoin, ETH Bitcoin is doing a blow off top right now. By the way, longing Bitcoin, I might have lost money, but it doesn't look like I necessarily would have been stopped out yet. The dollar, possibly high time frame reversal. So, should have been no trade. And a problem that I'm having is there's not enough to do. Like, it would be easier if I had a guest visiting, or I need more morning activities. So, I think snorkeling, paddleboarding, it's just be so much sun, but those are some things I could consider. It's the same as surfing. Go snorkeling for an hour. Go on a bike ride. Go to the comp. I could go out for breakfast. I don't know. I need an alternative when it looks like I shouldn't trade. Because I could say, well, I'm just going to backtest. And maybe I should do that. Yeah, but it's also not just that it would like save me from over trading, but it's like, trading's very interesting to me, but it's a means to an end. I like it because I can make a lot of money doing it, and it gives me a lot of freedom, and it's disconnected from time. So I'd rather do something else if there's nothing to do, right? So, that said, like, I don't want to tilt off. Like, I'm doing good. So continue to process goals. April process goals. Continue to trade conservatively. Okay. Continue to trade conservatively, which means screen entries for Confluence and confirmation. This is where I went wrong today, is I did not have enough Confluence. I did not have enough confirmation. Wide stops. I like it. Nearer TPs. TP on exit. By the way, 6 days in, this is the fourth pivot. I caught 3 correctly. I missed 1. I'm up 4,000 in my live account. I'm up 8,000 out of 9,000, needing 16,000 in my FTT account. I'm down 3,000 in my FTMO account. Overall, it's a pretty good month. I don't like today's loss, but it's okay. I managed my risk and it's survivable, but I don't want to spiral into losing from one loss or one losing day. TP on exit trigger. These are the main things. Tomorrow I'm not going to look at charts in the morning. Maybe I'll trade the afternoon. If I see a setup I like, I might set a limit order. I might market enter. Friday, what am I going to do? And then, focus on continuing to log off, put computer away, have fun, be healthy, be social, good attitude, psychology. 1, I trust myself. myself, and I expect to win every trade I put on. Just like when I shoot a basketball, I expect every shot to go in. Until I see it miss, I think it's going in. I'm going to shoot an open three every time, right? I'm going to take a great trade setup every time. But in order to think it's going in, it needs to be a good look, right? I'm not going to shoot a forced contested three. I'm not going to take I did today, but I'm not going to take conflicted, unconfirmed trades that don't look great, right? And when I take only solid trades where everything's kind of aligning, okay, I expect to win every trade. So, yeah. Also thinking back to the charts, like ETH printed a nice short on the 12-hour. That's something I should have considered, just like looking at more time frames. Can't say it's not part of my system. My system's always evolving and advancing, but I really like where it is and what it's become. But yeah, let's not give back the gains. Let's have a good second week in April. Continue to read the market well. Being up $4,000 is pretty good considering Bitcoin hasn't moved at all. And then all that really happened is ETH had a nice pump. So yeah, and I gave back my Bitcoin wins on this loss today, but it's okay. Yeah, tomorrow I'm not gonna go on before work. I'm flat, so just gonna enjoy that and continue to work on my psychology and not tilt off. And I have reason to be confident. And I traded well today, but I could have traded better. I had triggers, but they weren't. I just didn't have overwhelming confidence. I need overwhelming confidence to put on a trade, right? Like, I put on a trade every day. I cannot put on a trade every day the way I'm trading. Some days, my setup's not going to be there, right? And I need to not put on a trade. I did that good, I think, April 1st or April 2nd, where I had no trade for a day and I waited. And, yeah, today it should have been another day like that, but it's okay. It's all right. There will be more opportunities next week, and just continue to trade solid and conservatively and tighten up even more. Now's the time to tighten up even more so I can make sure I pass the challenge and have another winning week next week. So $4,000 in a week is not bad. If I can do that, yeah, it's great. And if I can repeat this for 4 weeks, I'll make 16 grand, which is obviously a pretty good month, and I will pass my challenges, or at least one of the challenges. So yeah, pretty good all in all. I don't like taking a loss, but okay, thanks for watching. Necessary for me to do these journals. Peace.